The term adventure-based angler is probably odd to a lot of people because, you know, when most people think about fishing, they think professional tournament fishing or just somebody that's just out fishing for leisure. They're not thinking about those of us that actually go out here and do the unorthodox.
I would describe myself as an adventure angler because I love the way that different experiences bond you to place and bond you to people. To me, the epitome of that is seeking it out in places that are incredible.
I find myself drawn to experiencing something different and new everywhere I go. And it's always an adventure, and I really like finding those off the beaten path areas that are a little bit harder to get to that you have to put some work in.
That creek that you drive past going to work every single day, that creek has an adventure that's in there waiting for you. And I like to go out and chase those adventures in places like that.
Not everyone is willing to put in the work to access water that you have to bushwhack or hike to or drag a boat a pretty good ways.
To find that body of water that's at the end of that dirt road that was teeming with life, you know, just loaded with fish.
You are seeking these places out. You are getting to them. The thing that makes a great day on the water is when you get to connect with a sense of adventure. Seeking that out is what keeps me excited. It's what keeps me coming back. If I can create my own adventure each time, that's what a good fishing day looks like for me. The part of coho fishing that feels like such an adventure is they thrash, they kick, they spin, they death roll, they'll get your line wrapped up. These fish figure out a way to get uncaught. And so when you do catch a couple of them and you bring them to the boat, it feels really, really good because in that moment, it just kind of makes okay the 10th fish that got away to lead to that one fish caught. Whew.
Yes.
I feel alive.
Oh my God.
That feels good.
Jesus. Oh no.
Paddle sports in general is a light. To be able to get out here on the water and to touch areas that you absolutely can't from the bank, it's spectacular.
The water is always changing. The rivers you fish, the estuaries are always moving and changing, and it just rekindles the passion that I have for being outside.
That's what fishing is about. There's going to be something different every time you go.
Yes, wear my arms out. Yes. It is always a learning curve that you're on to figure out what fish are going to want next. You never have it figured out. To me, it's like reading your favorite book, but the book just never ends.
I love moving water. I love fishing where there's chaos and the kayak's floating down a stream, and I'm trying to make that perfect cast in that perfect moment to be able to get that bite.
Holy cow. What's going on?
When you do hook up to that big fish and you got rods laid everywhere in front of you and your net's underneath them, you got to move everything to get to it. You're literally spinning the kayak in circles as you fight that fish. But that chaos is what makes it so interesting to me.
I genuinely do love fishing. I love getting out here and holding those green fish in my hand. Even whenever I get out here and I skunk, every time I go out on the water, it's a new adventure.
I don't keep a lot of records of, what size fish I've caught. I know in general that I've caught bass right at the 10-pound mark. I've caught smallmouth, which I usually measure in length, over 21 inches.
Yeah.
So I don't put those things in the forefront. Yes, I want to catch the biggest fish I've ever caught every time I go out. But
it's not about the fish at the end of the day. It's just about getting out there and being able to enjoy the outdoors. Because, we only get one chance to do this, and it's like, take advantage of it while you can.
The first thing that you learn about salmon when you come out to fish for them is they run on this biological clock that tells them to leave the salt water, come into the fresh water, spawn, and then die. It makes me kind of think about how we just have this one life to live too. So don't we want to spend that time having amazing adventures?
To me, an awesome day on the water is just that. It's a day on the water. Catching fish, yes, there's levels of awesomeness, right? Like being on the water, awesome, way better than doing anything else. Being on the water and catching fish, even better. Being on the water and catching a giant fish, well, yeah, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah!
the feel of that line getting tight and that rod loading up, it gets me excited, man. It definitely gets my blood pumping. It gets that adrenaline going, man. I mean, I got chicken skin thinking about it right now. It's like the greatest feeling on the planet. That's the fish. What an adventure.
If it was just about having fish, you could go to the supermarket and pick up a fish and then you have a fish. But why do we come out here? Why do we row down the river? Why do we buy all the gear? We do that because we want to really connect with the places. We want to have an experience. So when I have a slow day fishing, I remember that I'm out there for more than one reason. It's never just about the fish. It's always about the adventure and the journey. My name's Ashley Nicole Lewis, and I am an adventure angler.
My name is Jameson Redding, and I am an adventure angler.
My name is Brandon Mays, and I am an adventure angler.